Let me make sure my welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Humble Harvest Homestead. Don't have anybody watching yet, but when you're tuning in, you'll see it. We appreciate y'all for watching. It's just gonna be a Saturday live. We're gonna try to get some stuff done today. Let's see. So we're gonna try to clean up some stuff. I'm gonna move these stones because I won't be using them now. I plan on setting them up around the wood stove. These stones right here, but just gonna move them out of the way for now because I don't think I'm gonna do that just yet. We got to get a lot of stuff done. Hello, Spence 62. See, we got 7 people watching. Hit the like button if y'all enjoy watching. So we're just gonna be cleaning up a little bit on the homestead and show y'all what it's like really living off the grid out here. There's a lot of people that say they live off grid, but they really don't. So when we say off the grid, we mean we live off the public utility grid. We don't live off of public utilities like public water. We provide our own water, provide our own power. We don't mean like internet. Of course, we need internet to be able to film. We have a Starlink satellite internet. There's also fiber optic in the area that we might be able to get if we were on the grid. But we're not on the public utilities because, as you see going on right now, things that happen globally will affect your gas prices. It'll affect your utilities prices, and it affects your dependency on things like that. But yeah, so just be kind of cleaning up. I got the, what is it? We got the wheelbarrow attached to the e-bike over there. So I'm gonna see how many stones I can carry with the e-bike. Alright, so I'm gonna just start filling it up and we'll see how much weight it is. I don't know how much weight it is. I can't remember how much this can pull, so we'll see. These are all stones that I collected from off the road. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, somebody said your laundry setup is cool. I'll show you. It's kind of rough right now. We got to move everything. So I got the stones loaded. Get some more of those. So it's kind of a rough setup. Eventually we're gonna get it set up better.
Yeah, these are the ones. These are better than these.
So you're using the clothespins.
Metal ones.
And then you just got this
Are bad.
ringer.
These are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to eventually put this on its own stand because it falls off the table.
Yeah.
It needs like it needs to be on a flat surface.
So this is it a washboard?
Yeah, I got it dirty because I left it outside.
It's been outside, so it's got some dirt on it, but you can
But
scrub
yeah.
scrub the clothes with it. And when it's done, Nate has a process. See the dirty water she uses. So we got a lot of junk over here.
Yeah.
Gonna try to get that done soon once we get some more stuff planted. But see the clothes hanging in the trees.
It's easier to set up the clotheslines on trees than on posts.
Yeah, so it's just clothes up here. Yeah, so it's our ratchet setup for now. But now once we get that cleared out, we're gonna pretty much set it up in there in the lean-to. Maybe have something on the outside. But yeah.
I want to put clothes. I'm gonna have to put clothesline in there.
Yeah, probably hang
As
some.
you can see, it might rain.
Probably hang some clothes.
I need that for a backup when it's raining.
So this is the lean-to area. But yeah, we're gonna hang some stuff up in here. So we're gonna open up the shower. This will be bathroom area. You see we got this drainage trench where the shower comes out the shower, and that's comes out the kitchen sink. So we got a catch bin or a catch basin. It catches the sediment and it filters out through these weeds, grass and stuff. So we'll be shaping it up, building kind of like a little swell type system. So of course everything looks rough now because we can't do everything all at once. It's a process. It's going to take years to get to the point where we're even close to where we want to be. I see Rain Wright said, I was born in 1958. I've washed clothes the same way. Yeah, and so everything's going kind of, we're trying to go back to how people used to do things. Because we don't want to be dependent on using power, even though we have power. We have a solar over there, but we don't want to be dependent on power like that. We want to be able to operate. We want to be able to operate without being dependent on the utility grid, especially like now. You see in the Iran war, you see people's gas prices going up. That's going to directly affect people's power, their utility bills. It's going to affect everything, really. Let me see how heavy this is. It's pretty heavy. The main issue with this is I need to lift it. So it's just on the wheel. I don't know if the bike will be able to drag it. I don't know where I'm going to put these either. I was thinking somewhere near the wood pile. Let's see. We can figure out where to put this. Let's see if we can even move it. Let's see. So I think I'd be able to pull it better if the thing wasn't dragging. So I don't know, I need to figure out. I thought about putting like a 2x4 on. If I put a 2x4 on the wheelbarrow, I think I could tie it to where it lifts up, so it's just on the wheels. If it was on the wheels, it wouldn't be dragging it, and it'd be able to pull it a lot easier. Let's see. Some of these stones over here is really moving stuff around, but I might sit them on this cardboard. Let's see. Use the cardboard to sit them on. This is some stone. This is a stone I got from Lawton. We've had this one for a long time. You can tell how they look, these two. We actually got them from the wildlife refuge. When we had an aquarium, I needed some stones, and stones are kind of expensive. So I filled up a backpack full of stones to put in our aquarium. Some of the stones we still kept. It's kind of a souvenir from Lawton. Lawton, Oklahoma is way southwest. Came from the wildlife refuge, and some cool stones over there. It's like a So I'll keep it how it is for now, but I don't really like how it drags. You see this front part? You can see that I got the tripod, but the front part of the wheelbarrow drags, it slides on the ground. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. We have the cart over there. It was full of dirt. I just dumped the dirt off earlier. Some soil I got from the creek, but I got to fix the wheel on it. So this might still be better than the cart right now, just because the wheel is messed up. We need a whole new wheel. You can't patch it. It's like busted up completely. So if you watched our other live, you'll see Blue over here. That's where Blue goes a lot of time when it's hot. He's got a little hole he stays in. So if you watched our other live, where I set up this bike, this e-bike, it didn't have a kickstand. We still got to set the kickstand up, so kind of just been using the wheelbarrow as the kickstand. We realized there's another box that they sent separately. They forgot to send the box, so they sent it later on. I'm pretty sure it might be that box over there. But we got to set up, there's some other parts that came set up. There's a basket that goes with it, and then somehow we set up the kickstand. So we got to set that up. But yeah. Yeah, remember hit the like button. I see we got 53 people watching and we got 10 likes, so hit the like button. Y'all want to support, help us increase our reach. It helps when you hit the like button. It also helps just watching. I put these by the house. I was planning on using them during the winter time. I was gonna put them around the wood stove, but it was just hard making time to do it. And then I couldn't do it while the stove was hot either, so I have to do it when it's cool. I can do it now that we're not using the wood stove, but I just don't have time right now. See, that's a nice stone right there. He said just subscribe and donated. Blessings. We appreciate it. Appreciate you for supporting. So these stones are a lot smaller than the first load. I might be able to fit them all in here. Yeah, so if you've never seen our channel before, we're off the grid. We're out here in Oklahoma. We're in Boley, Oklahoma. We're on 30 acres off the grid. In the Cross Timbers region. It's a lot of trees, a lot of brush. It's pretty wild out here. We have some farm animals. We're starting to farm. We're growing some crops. We got horses. We got a little flock of sheep. I think they're at the neighbor's house right now. They go back and forth. Kind of just let them roam for now. Once we move our plants outside, we're gonna have to control where they graze. So yeah. See, trying to learn too. Said, hey, Zayne, how are you too? We're doing pretty good. It's starting to get hot, so we're getting acclimated to the heat. Trying to clean up. You see, it's our mess everywhere. We got junk everywhere, so we're trying to get it cleaned up out here. Different materials and stuff. doing pretty good. Trying to get stuff done. The weather is shifting, so I want to get a lot planted now that the nights don't get cold anymore. So we can move pretty much everything outside. All our watermelon. We're gonna plant some sorghum. Well, at least we're gonna try. And we're gonna see if we can get enough water. Hopefully, God provides enough rain for us. We'll be able to water all our crops. We're gonna try to grow watermelon, corn, sorghum, sunflower, purple whole peas, sweet potatoes, peanuts, cowpeas. We got calendula growing, tomatoes. We're gonna try to plant some cucumbers. We wanna have a diverse mix of a lot of different crops so that if some things die, we'll have other things that produce. We also wanna be as self-sustainable as we can. So we wanna grow a lot of different things to feed ourselves and our animals. 'Actually, a lot of stones in there now. We got a lot of stones too. We got 70 people. We don't have a mic, so sometimes the volume's gonna be low if I'm not by the camera. Just let me know if you can hear me. But yeah, if I'm not by the camera, you might not hear me. We don't have a microphone, so it's a hassle keeping stuff on me all the time. We need to get some mics. Play some music. Try to play some YouTube audio library so we don't get copyrighted. Hopefully y'all can hear the music. I don't know if you can hear the music. Try to put it a little closer, but sun's starting to come out. Pulling in like 600 watts earlier, probably pulling in more now. So we're pulling in about 1,000 watts right now. What time is it? So it's 12:30. We haven't reached the peak yet. About 2 o'clock. Try to go live showing the things I don't usually film. Cleaning up, I don't usually film it. Doing different stuff. a lot that goes on during the day. We don't film most of what we do. So one thing that's cool about these stones is leaving them, it just creates a simple habitat for insects and stuff, beneficial insects. It improves the soil and it holds moisture. So I might leave some stones around different areas, make little kind of small insect ecosystems. It creates habitat, so like when we have chickens, they can go near the rocks and eat the insects and things. So I don't know if I should take these chickens. See how heavy it is. I don't know. Probably be better off not even using the bike. Yeah, we got a quiet chat today. Y'all remember to hit the like button if you enjoy it. Drop down in the chat what state you're watching from. We're here in Oklahoma, Boley, Oklahoma. The weather is starting to get kind of hot. We got highs in the 80s and then the low is getting in the 70s now. It's not too hot, but it's gonna get hot soon. See, Mary said hi. Hello. Hi to everybody that's watching. sweating. We'll see if we can if I can lift this. I took it off the bike because it's probably better without the bike. That way it's not sliding. Okay, I see some people in the chat. Momo said Conyers, Georgia. Carla said hi from Wisconsin, so way up there. It's probably still kind of cold up there. Turn the camera. So somebody's Vic Arrington said greetings from Mississippi. Curtis Martin said Shabbat Shalom to ZNA, also to the 12 tribes scattered worldwide. Facts. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Peace to the 12 tribes. Marcus said hello from Central Texas. See, Marcus is usually watching. So we appreciate everybody for the support. Everybody for putting down in the chat where you're at. Let's see if I can move this stone. Let's see. And they got the laundry hung up. So it's coming together. Slowly but surely. They better make some breakfast. No, it's 12:30. She better cook something. We don't usually eat breakfast. It's gonna be 82 today and then back down in the 60s. Yeah, that's about how our temperature is. So they're about the same. All right, still messy, but we got it a little tighter, a little organized. You know, we got people complaining the homestead is too messy. So yeah, it's messy, so we're gonna try to clean it. We got a lot of stuff and not enough places to put it. See, Mel Sunflower said, hey, chiming in from Chicago, Illinois. So got most of the stone put up. Kind of move this stuff. I moved this barrel the other day. We lit that bonfire. So move that back over here. So we got 90 people watching. We got 48 people that liked it. So appreciate everybody hitting the like button. Blue. Y'all see Blue over here in the his little trench. He ain't ate, so Renee's gonna feed him actually. Yeah, when it gets hot, he goes in a hole somewhere, either that one or somewhere else. cleaning out this barrel because some dog food spilled, and then some rain got in there. Yeah, Marticus said it's 88 here today, but that's better than triple digits, and they're coming. Yeah, it's gonna be hot. And he's in Central Texas.
Oh yeah, Texas.
So yeah, it's gonna be hot. Like, all right, we could probably be triple digits too.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I'm not looking forward to that.
That's gonna be the tough part, is getting water during that time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot, and if we're growing a lot of stuff, we're gonna, who knows, we don't have no water, we're gonna let some stuff die. But we're trying to grow some stuff that's most of the things we're growing is gonna be kind of drought tolerant. And the main thing is gonna be the watermelon. I wanna grow a lot of watermelon, but they take a lot of water. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot. What are you doing? Blue dirty cell. Yeah, Lisa said good morning to you, Zane from Gilbert, Arizona. Somebody said Phoenix, Arizona. I said, what's the temp there? As you said, we're at 88 degrees in Gilbert, Arizona. I said at 10:43 a.m. So it's 10:43 a.m. over there.
In Texas?
Arizona. Gilbert, Arizona.
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, it's 12:30.
Yeah, Blue ain't even hungry right now. He be eating a lot at night. But yeah, it's 12:43 here. We're at, I don't know what the high is. I think is 86 or 87 or something.
Yeah.
But right now it's probably like 80, maybe 82. I don't know.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
It's getting hot though. It's sweating.
Yeah.
The good thing is there's a lot of wind. The wind is so strong, it makes it feel a lot cooler.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Especially in the house. The way we put the house, we set it up purposefully where the north side, the door is on the north end, and then we have a window on the south end. And in Oklahoma, and probably most states, most wind either comes from the north or the south. And so when the wind blows, it blows through either the door or the window, and it blows through the house. We get really good airflow when we open the door and the window.
Yeah.
And it blows through like AC almost. So we turned the AC on today, but we usually don't turn it on.
Blue.
I don't know what he's barking at. What, boy?
He doesn't like to be watched when he eats.
Yeah, you don't like to watch while he's eating. Go eat then, boy. I don't know what he's doing. He just be hear the music going. But yeah, so we got the wind that blows through the north and the south. You probably can hear the wind, but you can see it blowing. It's a south wind today blowing towards the north. It blows through the high tunnels. The high tunnels are the same way. We face them north and south because we face them east and west. The winds are so strong they probably would been got blown away. And so it helps just letting the wind blow through them so it doesn't get tore up. They're already getting banged up by the wind, but at least the wind can blow through them. That's why I don't have any end walls on it too. End walls are expensive, but that's part of why we set everything up. Everything we set up was strategic and planned. You have to think about things before you just start building, before you just start putting stuff up. So yeah, he's been barking randomly and stuff. Sometimes he just barks communicating. He wants something, or he's just speaking, I don't know. But yeah, see, we're up to 104 people watching. Let me see what my phone percent. I might put it on the charger soon. Get the extension cord. But yeah, so he said it's not too hot. It feels like a 400-degree oven out here in the 80s. Yeah, the breeze is real nice. But yeah, so I might clean this out actually. brand new speaker. So we got sponsored by Tron Smart for the speaker. It's a really nice speaker. But yeah, so just see if I can dump some of that dog food that spilled. Alright. So I need to make some lids. I'm gonna start using the barrels to store feed and stuff in. Yeah, boy. So over time, this will be gone. Most of this will be gone as we develop more things. Hopefully get to these packages. I'm gonna move these batteries. We got some batteries. So I got to set up a portable, like a mobile watering system. So I had to order a new pump. We had 2 pumps. I don't know why they both seem like they got. Been having issues with mice chewing the wires, so it's part of why we're cleaning up too. But I might be able to salvage this one, but I'm not sure. But the negative wire got chewed up. So this is the pump I would have used. We got some other batteries too. Use those batteries. Figure out how to set up a system. I'm gonna hook it on one of the trikes, one of the e-bikes. But I want it to be portable, where I can put it on the truck or on the bike or wherever, and I'll be able to water in any field in the land pretty easily and move water to them. So we shall see. Tyrone said made it. Said listening and working. So we got the stones up. Got the barrel kind of put up. So we got a few junk piles. We got this one over here. And we got all those materials. We're gonna go through those materials and figure out what all we're gonna use, and then decide where to put the other stuff. There's a lot of electrical stuff for the house still in there, and then this other stuff we got to go through and see what all is over there. Some stuff for the excavator. And we got this area in front of the house. I don't know what to do with this tile. We got some leftover tile we might eventually use around the house. This deck was meant to be temporary, so I don't know when we'll do it, but we'd like to eventually build out a deck and then have it wrap around the house. And to do that, it'll take some money. But if we do that, we'll probably more than likely put the tile on the deck, unless I'm thinking about using wood logs, doing something different. But either way, we're gonna do the tile somewhere. We're thinking about just doing it with the lean-to. In the lean-to, we might put tile in there too. So I don't know. We might just end up putting it in the bathroom area. So I want to move the tile, but the tile is so heavy, I hate moving it. I don't know if I want to move it. They're pretty heavy. But it would be nice to get it kind of out of this area and maybe over there near the stones. Because it'll be a while until we get to that. It'll be a long while. Same as some of this stuff. This is different things. This might go with our watering system. I just got to figure out how to set this up, but this was a gift got. But it's a I don't even know what you call it, but you put the water hose on it and you can roll it around. So I might use that for our watering system. Some of this drainage rock, some of it might go in the trench. A lot of it was for the lean-to. I put around the lean-to, around the posts. And then we got this, which is it's I don't know what you call it. What do you call a lot of this stuff? It's a I can't think what you call it, but it's a tie down kit to tie down the house. So once I put skirting around, kind of like I did with the lean-to, put skirting around the house, we're gonna tie down the house with that. We really should have did it with the storms, but thankfully nothing too crazy has happened. But this is a lot of building material we'll use. I wanted to create an indoor ventilation type system with this. So I got this vent box that will connect to, we have a ventilation fan. We got a couple of them. So one of them is going to bring air up from underneath the house where the air is cool under there, and then it'll blow it into the house, so then we don't have to run the AC as much. And it'll be like a passive cooling vent system. So we'll use a fan instead of the AC, which uses a lot less power, because the air underneath the house is pretty cold. Even when it's 100 degrees outside, the air underneath the house is pretty cool. So if I can have the fan pull in the cool air and blow it in the house, I'm pretty sure the house will be pretty well regulated. But most of this is going to stay here for now, because I don't really have anywhere else to put it, except maybe this pump. But this pump ended up breaking. So yeah, that was my old desk. I don't know what you call it, little desk name thing that goes on my desk. One of my old supervisors gave me as a gift. But I don't know if I'll keep it. kind of got damaged. Hey, Blue. Yeah, so put this back in the barrel. Hopefully y'all can hear me and the connection is decent. So with the barrels, we got to create a top that can fit on them. We're gonna use the other ones, some other ones over there, to keep the feed and different stuff in there. Getting the animals a little corn here and there. And yeah, it'd be nice to have it like a bag or something we could just fill in. Or it'd be really nice if we could put the barrel up on a stand and make a dispenser on the bottom. We can just open and the feed will just come out and fill up the bucket. That way we don't have to open the top unless we're filling it. And it'll be a lot more convenient and easier to fill up a bucket and get a little bit of feed, especially when the animals are swarming you. So these are just pine cones we use for fire starters. I'll just throw them over there for now. But yeah, clean up different stuff. I'll probably leave this stuff here for the e-bike. I still got to finish setting up the other stuff. I don't know if that's the box for it. There's another box for the e-bike if you saw me setting up that e-bike. So we got to figure out where that's at to get the rest of the parts. But I'm trying to decide what to do with the tile. I really don't know. I might could try to use the dolly. Let's see if I can use the dolly. It would be nice to move it out the way, or at least over there. I can move it with the other building materials. Ghost Town bullies. So this dolly has really came in handy for a lot of different stuff. So if you got a homestead, it becomes pretty helpful having a dolly. I don't know if I'll be able to lift this. So y'all get to find out. I don't know. I'll be able to lift it. It's a really heavy tile. It's this porcelain tile, and it's 2 feet by 2 feet big, so it's a big size tile. Very heavy. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this way. Might have to stack them individually. I don't even know if I want to move it, honestly. Let me see. What's it looking like? I'm trying to get everything kind of organized, contained, and open up this area. So I think I'll move it. Just move it over down that way. It's just real tedious. Unless I can get the dolly under it, which I don't think I can. I just have to lift each one individually if I'm gonna move it. Boxes have a few of them in it. Each box has 3 tiles. So I think each tile was around 20 pounds. So each box probably about 60 pounds. It's hard to lift them, they're stuck together. Alright, so let's see if I can move it. Thing's heavy. It's real heavy. What happened to the music? See if we can move this thing. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't a long distance. So now we're getting somewhere. Let's see now where to put this. I was gonna probably put it on this cement board. I wish it was hot in Michigan. Yeah, I always wanted it to be hot, and then once it gets hot, I'm like, dang. So I'll use that cement board. It's kind of an extra one. I'll just use that to sit the tiles on. Have a place to sit them. Look up porcelain tile and see how much it's worth. So we might not have a place to put all our things, but they still have a lot of value to us. And if you've ever built a house, you know how much materials cost, and the price isn't going down anytime soon. It's only going to keep going up and up and up. So we hold on to our materials because we spend a lot of money on them. We can use it for a lot of different things. Yeah. So these are all expensive materials we've gotten over the time being here. We're still going to use this as cement boards I may use today. So just try to organize this pile a little bit so I can start mowing some of the weeds around the house. There's a lot of ragweed hidden in this stuff. right. Getting there. May as well give it a little trim. This was my paddle board or whatever you call it. Got jacked up. So the weeds were kind of taking over. Need to kind of trim them up a little bit so these bare areas, the grass can kind of spread a little bit. There's a lot of ragweed. I'm gonna leave it thick along the trench so I can continue to filter out the sediment, stuff flowing. Over time, as we build more and develop more, we'll be using more of our materials. A lot of this stuff will be for the summer project. Trying to decide exactly what I'm gonna use this for. I'm gonna either use it for just a regular water hose system or something portable. Came with these wheels. These are nice wheels we could use for something if we didn't decide to use it for what they're meant for. I had to figure out how to set it up. See what I just found. You can see the camera. Camera doesn't focus on it. A little baby turtle. I see somebody said, can you use your lean-to to store housing equipment so it won't get destroyed by weather and clean around the building? We don't want to because we're gonna build our bathroom in there, so we don't want to have all this in the lean-to. It won't get destroyed by being outside because it's stuff that's gonna be outside anyway, so it really won't matter. But we'll leave it all outside until we build with it. If we put it all in the lean-to, it's just gonna attract rodents and get in the way. The lean-to is more for stuff that will get destroyed. The cement boards and stuff is alright. It don't really matter for what we're doing. Yeah, I'll try to figure out where to put him at. Yeah, lean-to is for the bathroom and for things we don't want to get wet. Eventually that stuff will be moved, but we have to keep stuff outside. There's no way around it. Unless we had a huge 2,000 square foot shop or something. Yeah, so but the lean-to is mainly to store things we want to keep dry, and then also to keep the tanks from freezing. We have our water tanks in there, but eventually we'll open up the shower and extend the bathroom into the lean-to, and so we don't really want this stuff to be in the way. But the lean-to, we got the tools and stuff in there. So you have so many projects going on. Do you have any plans to complete one before the summer ends? We don't really have too many projects going on right now. We just bought our materials early on. We're not really working on these projects right now. But you'll just have to see what we complete. Right now what we're working on is I'm just cleaning up, and we're trying to get stuff planted. And so we already planted a lot of stuff. We already planted a lot of sunflower, planted tomatoes, we planted watermelon, planted calendula, planted basil, planted a lot of different things. Everything just takes time. So it's not really a matter of completing something before summer ends, because it all happens all together. We're going to be growing crops throughout the summer. We're going to be harvesting throughout the summer, throughout the fall. Hopefully we'll be able to harvest throughout the winter with the high tunnels. We got the high tunnels completed. The high tunnels were built those. Set up the lean-to. The lean-to is going to be an ongoing project, so it's not something I'm planning on completing year one, not even year two, or not even year three. It's going to be something you keep building onto over time. So it's not a matter of completing a project by a certain deadline. We're going to be building up our homestead over the years, so to a lot of people they think it's something you can just complete, but it's really not. Our house, for instance, we're going to be developing our house over time. We're not going to have everything completed. But as of right now, we're mainly planting, cleaning up. We just launched our business, so we've been focusing on that. I completed our website. If you've seen our website, go to shophumbleharvest.com. Where our website. I spent a lot of time working on the website, behind the scenes, things people don't see. We also have to pay our bills. We also have to pay taxes. We also have property taxes. We also have to do LLC filings. We have business filings we have to file every month. There's a lot of things we do behind the scenes that will never be completed. It's just an ongoing process. So we have a homestead. It's an ongoing thing. It's not really a one and done. And it's a lot of stuff we do behind the scenes when we're not live, we're not filming. Things that it takes to operate a farm in Oklahoma. We're also in some different programs, USDA, FSA, and Conservation District programs. Things people don't see behind the scenes that we have to deal with. Emails we have to reply to, things we have to turn in, documentation, different stuff. So I don't know what project specifically, but right now in the summertime, this is planting season. So we got a lot of stuff planted. I'm gonna go in the high tunnel. Once I get done cleaning up, I'm gonna show what all we've planted so far and what I plan on planting today. We've tilled up several hundred feet of rows. I planted probably about 300 to 400 feet of sunflowers. I plan on planting another probably 500 feet of sorghum within the next week. We've got some rain coming in a few days, so I'm hoping to get those things done within the next few days so that we can plant some grain and different things, mostly the sorghum, the grain. The watermelons we already planted, I plan on putting over there. And so I guess you could say these are things we have already completed. I've already gotten these rows done. I've already got them, I've got the trenches done. I just got to do one more till over them, and then before I put the plants out. So that'll be something else we try to get completed this week before it rains, so we can get the watermelon planted out in this field. Right now we're just I'm trying to clean up and organize, because it makes it easier getting stuff done when everything's organized. But yeah, other things we're trying to get done. We moved the electric fence yesterday, or no, the day before yesterday, and we're gonna be moving the sheep out there. So we got probably about 200 to 300 feet of electric fence that we moved, and so that's on the other side of the property. Things we do behind the scenes. We have to manage the sheep, we have to move them. So these are the things we have planted so far, and we got to get all this moved outside. So that's another thing we're planning on getting completed this summer. We got some herbs planted, some hyssop, oregano, parsley, peppermint, sunflower, more sunflower, a lot of different herbs. Got some mountain mint, lemon mint, peppermint, parsley. This is all take the camera off. These lemon balm I transplanted. These are some other lemon balm I gotta move. The basil. I planted 9 trays of sweet yellow meat watermelon. I planted this yesterday, so they're gonna need more water today. These are the yellow meat watermelon we gotta move out into the field. You can see they're overgrowing their containers. I planted these sweet potatoes yesterday. We're gonna see if we can get some sweet potato slips. I planted some purple corn yesterday, so we're gonna see if we can get some purple corn for grain. Some more watermelon. These are all tomatoes, lemon balm, zinnias, sweet peppers, and we got a lot more we got to plant. And so these are all things we plan on getting done throughout the summer. The wind is loud, but these are things we plan on getting done throughout the summer. So it's going to be in stages. We're succession planting, so it's going to be in stages. You can't just do everything all at once. So we take it one step at a time, and today I'm cleaning up. I'm trying to get this stuff more organized, and today I'm also going to be planting more, because now that the nighttime lows are in the 60s and 70s and no longer in the 40s and 50s, when it's too cold, we can plant more warm season crops. And so that's why I put a pause on certain things. Long-term projects like the lean-to is a long-term project. It's going to take a lot of money. It takes thousands of dollars to build these things, and I don't have $5,000 in my pocket, so I have to take time to make the money, and then we have to take time to plan it, and then we got to take time to build it. So it takes a process. Everything is a process. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people watch on YouTube, they watch on TV, they've never done these things before. And so we try to go live, we try to post videos so people can see what it's actually like living off the grid out here in the country. We're the only people out here doing this, the only people you're gonna see doing this, especially live. In the way we're doing it, we're trying to do it sustainably. We're off the grid. In Boley, Oklahoma, we're on 30 acres. And it's a lot to manage when you're managing animals. We got 18 different sheep. We got a horse. We got a dog. We got crops we're trying to manage. Trying to manage our business. We're also living our lives. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And we're managing it. All these things we've never done before also. So it's a learning curve. I see Wayne is on. He said most Americans are lazy. He said totally codependent on the government, corporations, cities, etc. Expensive utilities. They keep you hooked and in debt. He said projects are a good thing. This means self-sufficient. Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be a lot of projects. You don't look at a construction site and you just like, when are you gonna complete all these projects? They all go together. When they do the plumbing, they do the wiring, they do the insulation, they put the studs in, gotta put in the foundation, all that stuff. It all goes together, and it's a process. But someone who's never built a house before is gonna look at that and not really know what the process is that they're doing. You might not understand why they might be sitting there for days at the construction site. To typical eyes, they might look and see like, oh, well, why are they not getting it done? But you might not understand certain things are weather dependent. It's kind of hard to put walls up when it's super windy, when you got storm weather blowing in, when you got potential thunderstorms and tornadoes. It's kind of hard to put up walls and roofing materials. That stuff is not easy for one person. It's a lot of work. These things are heavy. And like I said, it costs thousands of dollars, even when you do it cost effectively. Like cutting these posts, it's more cost effective harvesting the cedar posts from the land. But at the same time, these posts are hundreds of pounds, and moving a tree is not easy. Cutting the tree is not easy, and you got to preserve the wood so that it doesn't rot. Because if it rots, all your hard work and all your thousands of dollars is wasted. And so it's a learning curve, because I've never built really anything like this before. So I had to learn and plan. What do I need? Okay, so I had to learn these are hurricane ties. I need hurricane ties to keep the wind from blowing my structure away. I realized I have to have purlins, and I have to have these straps, these cross members going across to be able to sit the roof on. Got to figure out what kind of roof do I need in Oklahoma that can hold the wind load, that can hold the snow load. We had a good amount of snow this past winter, and so all these things are things you have to think about. How am I going to get the roof around the wood stove? How am I going to get the shower connected? How am I going to do all these things? I'm going to move these water tanks. We're going to move these out. We're going to leave either probably just 2 of them inside to make more space in here. This area will be the bathroom area. We're going to open up the shower, cut open the walls, and this will be all bathroom area right here. We're going to have the sunroof, and you can see the sunroof, let light in. So that way we don't have to have as many lights, different things. He said, Shalom family, you guys are doing a wonderful job with your farm. Those who don't have a homestead have no idea how much work goes into farming. So what kind of solar power system do you have? Yeah, so it's a lot of work. The solar power system we have is, I don't know if you can see this. Try to take that off. We got this wire. We have 4 wires going through here. This is our solar setup. So the wire goes into the house. It goes under the house and into the house to the Bluetti system. We have an AC 300 power inverter, which is a 3,000 watt inverter. So we can use up to 3,000 watts at one time. And for us, that's enough power, but for some people, it might not be enough power. We got the wires going all the way down. We'll move all this stuff once we move the. I don't know why the live is disconnecting, but the panels are back that way. You can see them. Each one is about 320 watts, and so we typically get about 1,100 watts when it's at the peak. So right now it should be at the peak right now, and it's pretty sunny. We were pulling in 1,000 watts earlier, but that's our solar system we have right now. And with that system, we can power everything. I'm gonna be using see my battery's on. I'm gonna charge my phone, but I'm gonna use the angle grinder soon. And so the angle grinder uses a lot of power. I try to use that on sunny days. And what else? That's pretty much it. It's AC 300. the power inverter that we use, and then we have 2 B300 batteries, and each battery holds about 3,000 watt hours. So in total we have about a 6,000 watt hour storage, which isn't really just that much, but for us it's enough. We haven't had to use gas since we set up the new panels and everything. See, Natural Joy said, I grew up on a farm and I'm aware it requires a lot of time each day. I would get up before the sun would rise and then stop until the sun came down. Yeah, it's tough, especially when you got payments and bills and stuff. So we still have to make money. So we can't always dedicate all our time to developing things on the farm. We still have to put time into our business and the website and everything else. And also YouTube. We do YouTube because it makes a good amount of money. Yeah, Charles said, you don't have to explain anything to no one. I appreciate what y'all are doing. Keep on doing you. I love it. Y'all be blessed. Stay safe. We appreciate it, Charles. I try to explain for not just the ones in the comments, but also the people watching and the people that might watch later on, so that they understand, because most people don't understand. Most people didn't grow up on a farm, and most people have never even been out to the country. And so they really don't understand what it's like. They just see the high tunnels, but they didn't realize I had to build those. That's 48 feet by 16 foot wide. It's a lot of materials. It's very heavy. I built that, and I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish. We set this house up. Everything we've built, we've done it ourselves. Whenever we have an issue with the vehicles, I try to fix it myself. We've had mice chew up the wiring recently, so that's another thing we had to work on. You might want to clean up one day, but then you go out and the car's not starting. So that's just little issues, things you deal with. So I try to go live too. Probably 2. What are you making? Yeah, probably 2. But we try to go live so that people can see and understand. Because on YouTube, it's not real. You see stuff on YouTube, it's not real. People, it's no matter how much you film on YouTube, you can't see the full picture. And even on live, even right now, you can't see the full picture of what it's like. But we try to show what it's like. We try to explain what we're doing, and we try to help people understand what it's actually like. So I just asked because I'm very organized and have a little OCD. Question wasn't to criticize. I've been watching from the beginning, so I was just curious. Thank you for responding. Yeah, we appreciate all questions, but try to explain it in a way people can understand. Because I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but a lot of work goes into everything. Especially for people if you've never been on a farm, because I never grew up on a farm. I'd never really been on a farm originally. Still I started working for the USDA, and I had more exposure to farms and farm life in the country. I didn't know anything about none of this stuff, and so a lot of people don't really understand, especially the way we're doing it. Even people in the country don't understand because we're doing things differently. We're not trying to be like a traditional farmer because they're not sustainable. We're trying to build a sustainable homestead. See, Virginia Life Wayne said, think about going to Habitat for Humanity Restore if you have one in your area. This is where I go to get very cheap building supplies for my home. Said doors, tiles, paint, shower stalls. I need to look into that because I'm pretty sure there's one in Tulsa, somewhat nearby. And so we'll see. See, Martica said, do you plan to bury your solar power line? I thought about it, but I don't know if I will. I don't know if I will. I might eventually, or cover it, but I don't know if I will, just because if I need to work on it, I don't want to have to dig it up. But I might eventually bury it. I'm not really sure, honestly. I'd have to insulate it and everything else. I see T Jim Soul said, we are going off grid soon. Turn the camera. Hard to see. We said we're going off grid soon. I'm kind of nervous, but excited at the same time. Great job, you two. And wish you both much success. We appreciate it. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. It's exciting. It's scary, especially when the weather is crazy. So wow, you built those 2 large high tunnels by yourself. That's amazing. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And they helped me, but I built most of it. The hardest part really is getting all the rebar in the ground. Luckily the ground was soft when I did it, so a lot might be messing up a little bit. Let me see. So shout out to y'all. Keep going. Yeah, we appreciate it. I gotta hook up my charger, and they said the food is ready. So let me see. Can I get sticking cord? Dang. I guess the tripod blew over. Sit that down. It's super windy. Look at the chair. Huh. Figure out where to sit down at. This in right there. I see Tyrone said, my family thought I was tripping and I showed everyone your channel. Now they're on board. Off grid coming soon. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It'd be hard to get your family on board. This is what they made. It's just some eggs and sweet rice. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool. We're glad we can be an inspiration to people. And we try to show what it really is like so people could know, like, we try to make it peaceful and entertaining, but at the same time it's a lot. Stuff isn't always gonna work out, so it's not all fun and games all the time. Try to see that right there. And we try to show the ups and downs. We don't show everything, but let's see chat. I'm trying to sit this somewhere. See, Lane said, you guys are awesome. He said, I learned how to build my own mini off-grid solar plants with lithium batteries. I was very nervous at first. Watched content creators who gave excellent diagrams and advice. Eventually, we probably would want to build our own system. We used the Blue 80 just because we didn't have much of a learning curve. We were trying to hurry up and move out here. But we do want to build our own system eventually, especially if we expand. See, Charm Dainty said, love what you guys are doing. You're in Jamaica, so love you, big up. Yeah, we appreciate you for watching. It's crazy you're in Jamaica. Maybe we'll visit Jamaica someday. Yeah, I see Marcus said, I think the wind got the camera. So yeah, the camera blew down earlier. Go get some toast. Try to get the chair. You want to set it up in the shade. So the most important thing is the solar panels and placement to get the maximum wattage. All that other stuff will come later, such as batteries, inverters, etc. It all comes together because you need the inverter to be able to use the power, at least for our setup. The power comes in through the solar panels, and it's raw power. Once it hits the solar panels, it's called 12 volt power. It's 12 volts. And so to be able to plug something up into that power, you need an inverter, unless you have a 12 volt appliance or whatever you're plugging it up to. If that's not 12 volts, you'll need an inverter to be able to use the power. So that's what our Bluetti does. It converts the power, or inverts it, from 12 volts to DC, because 12 volts is AC power, which is alternating current, and then with the inverter it inverts it into 12 volts is DC, and then it inverts it into AC, which is alternating current. The 12 volts DC is direct current. So it might confuse you more, but for us to be able to use it, we need the inverter, because the inverter makes the power usable for our appliances. Because most tools aren't 12 volt tools, they're going to be the regular plug-in AC. In our house system, we're developing an AC system and not a DC system. If we did a DC system, it would be more efficient, but we don't use that much power anyway, and I didn't want to do a DC system. It would have been more complicated for us, especially because we would have needed more DC appliances, and the DC appliances are usually more expensive, and it's just kind of more, it's harder to find. But it's a lot easier finding AC lighting, alternating current. We wanted to have outlets that we can plug into that are just regular DC type outlets. I mean AC outlets, so it's gonna be wired like a regular house. He said, trust watching you working on that dam with that shovel, and perseverance was a sight to behold. Yeah, it was a lot of work. The dam was crazy. Because it was raining so much, I would have been able to do it better if it didn't rain so much. I don't know why I ain't that hungry really right now. But he said I was speaking based on, or said I love y'all YouTube channel. Y'all are not fake and don't put on a show. We all just keep it real. Big up. I love it. We try to keep it real. YouTube doesn't let us keep it completely real sometimes. But he said I was speaking based off knowing you have the solar generators already. You can charge them up with the solar panels for now. Yeah, they're pretty good for now. And then we got a couple batteries too. But yeah, main thing, like you're saying, get started, getting the panels and stuff. The panels is the biggest part of it. Get some water. Go back here, it's cooler back here. So I put the lean-to back here because it's shaded. Trees, they shade the house when it gets hot. So it's actually really cool back here. But yeah, let me see the chat. Let's see. Hello, first time catching a live. You guys are precious. Said Grandma Eunice. We appreciate you for watching. Appreciate everybody for watching. We got 128 people on this live. We got 117 likes, so we appreciate everybody hitting the like button. See, Wayne said exactly. I have two EG4 inverters that handle a capacity of 3,000 watts, each from my solar farms. He said I purchased my solar equipment on 48-volt lithium batteries from Signature Solar. Great place. I've heard a lot about Signature Solar. I know 7 Sigma, they were talking about Signature Solar a lot. I never looked them up, but we might check them out. Miss Shelly said, I just received you guys' order and I love it and my son loves it. Thank you guys. We appreciate you for ordering. I don't know which order you were, but appreciate you for ordering. I'm glad you received it today. I'm trying to think. Today's Saturday, so yeah. We got to ship some more stuff out on Monday. I'm actually working on that soon. Another thing I have to do today is I got to take the bark off of one of the cutting boards. So I'm going to try to do that once I clean up a little bit. I'm going to try to plant some stuff. Taking a little break. But I'm going to adjust this. Move that like that. But yeah, we appreciate you for watching. Appreciate you for ordering. Yeah, the solar. Oh yeah, the solar setup though. You got two 3,000 watt inverters. Well, that's a good amount of power. We got one 3,000 watt inverter. So yeah, you got a good capacity. Another reason we went with the Bluetti is because we made payments on the Bluetti, and so that was another part of why we ended up going with Bluetti. But if you develop your own system, it's probably a lot better. Long term, especially if you build it to where you can keep building onto it. It's really nice. Like our Bluetti, we can keep building onto it. We can keep adding batteries, but our inverter will always be maxed out at the 3,000 watts. Unless we get another Bluetti, which you can combine them together, but it's a whole thing. And if you do that, now if we were to do that, we could have the split, whatever you call it. The power would be split. Then we really would be like a house setup. I can't think of what it's called, but the way the breaker box is set up, there's two bars. They call them bus bars or whatever. And our breaker box, we're using a sub breaker box, which is like a small sub panel. And we're just gonna use one side of it because it's one. I don't know. I can't think of what it's called. I can't think of what it is. But it's something to do with the volts. I forget what it is when you have like a mini split and all that stuff. When you have a mini split, most mini splits are set up on the 2, and we're only gonna have the 1, which we don't plan on having a mini split. At least no time soon right now, but it would be nice eventually. But yeah, so I'm trying to tidy up a little bit around the house. But I was trying to figure out what this was because I may end up using this thing. what this thing looks like. But we're gonna have to set up a mobile watering system. This was a gift. I may be able to use it. Yeah, it's a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into it. You gotta really want to live like this. See, Dun said I got a Blue Eddy 1800 and two Grow Watt 3600, so they work great. The Blue Eddy drains quick though, and I only have 60 watts on it. Yeah, it probably would drain quick. Especially the thing with the inverters, they'll drain even when they're just on. We like our Blue Eddy. Our Blue Eddy's a AC 300. Works pretty well, especially a day like today. We're able to run the AC and different stuff. But we usually only run probably about 200 to 300 watts at a time, unless we're using tools. So we don't really use just that much power. We got about 6,000 watt hours of storage. So it'll last us some days, even with low power coming in. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna use this. Actually, it's giving me an idea. I actually got an idea with this. I might not use it for the water. So I don't know, I got two ideas I could use this for. One could be for our water system. I want to have something mobile I can put on the bikes and on the trucks to water the fields. But I'm thinking about using it, if I can figure it out. It'll be something long term. But I wanted to figure out how to use like a old, what do you call it, an alternator on like a car battery. And figure out how to use Coco, our horse, if we can get her to generate power by rotating something like this. I need something that can rotate and spin so that I can spin the alternator. And if I can get it to spin fast enough, if I can create a pin where I can put Coco in, something like that could generate power. But that would be a long term, something more just kind of experimenting with. For now, it's probably good for the water hose. We'll need something to kind of keep it contained. So we may eventually convert it into something else. But we'll see. But yeah, we want to have different sources of power, different types of power. Windmill power would be a good one. Especially a day like today when it's windy. Even if it just brings in 100 watts at a time, it might be all we need. Put it over there for now so we figure out what to do with it. But yeah. I gotta put my phone on the charger. The phone's gonna die. Where do I do that charger? So let me get the tripod. But yeah, until I decide what to do with this, I might use it for the water hose for now, and later on down the line I might end up making this into something else, because it's kind of interesting. But for now we'll use it for the water hoses. It'll be nice, something to put the water hose on. Especially once we're irrigating, we're gonna need to irrigate a lot. And it'll be helpful having it tied up. Cinch y'all up. Got the extension cord. See see Valicia's booth said hi. Hello. See who's charging. I'm trying to get my phone on the charger. All right. So I'll be right back. See where the animals are at. It's hot right now, so the animals probably laying somewhere. I haven't seen them. Y'all see Blue over here. Wait, let me see. Where's that one? Hey, Blue. Hey, boy. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if the animals are over here. So the animals are over there. It's gonna be getting hot. Blue don't like the heat. He likes the cold. And so even today is pretty hot for him. But yeah. And they cut off the music, so trying to figure out what I did with my attachments to the angle grinder. phone on the charger, but don't remember where I put the tool to change out the blade. I'll do that another time. See, Charles Pugh said, "Hey bro, what is y'all's website?" The website should be in the description. It's shophumbleharvest.com. Got a lot of different stuff on there, from trees, blackberries, hair oils, candles, different stuff we make off the land, things we harvest we're going to be selling there. Got our lambs listed, we're going to be selling them. But we're mostly going to sell them on Facebook. So I cut all these bottles up yesterday, planted in some of them. It's pretty loud in here. So I took these gallon jugs and I cut them in half. And we use them as planting trays. Put holes in them in the bottoms. So you can see over here I planted these ones. So we gotta water all of those. So they're already drying out, so I'm gonna give them some water. So I got it set onto a mist. I like using these little nozzles because you can change what the water is set to. So hopefully these sweet potatoes will sprout. I got these sweet potatoes from the store, so I don't know how well they'll do. But they were organic, supposedly. Try to keep them moist. So go turn the water off. So I've been pre-sprouting up some of the sunflowers before I plant them. A lot of the ants and different stuff tries to eat them. So I've kind of been letting them sprout up first before I plant them. And I'll just kind of separate them and plant them like that. I may even put them in water bottles first and let them grow out a little bit and then put them out. I don't know, we'll see. Waiting on our pump to get here so I can set up a new pump system. We're trying to slowly plant every day, more and more each day. So I planted some watermelon yesterday. I'm gonna get the charger cord. So I planted yellow meat watermelon yesterday. We still gotta plant more and plant some Jubilee. So I try to fit about 20-25 seeds in each one. What happened to the label on this one? But yeah, so hopefully they'll be sprouting up soon. These are ones we planted already, and so they're ready to go out. We really need to separate them. They're all overcrowded, and now they're competing right now. So we put up the electric fence so that the sheep can go on the electric fence while we plant our crops. So we just got to move everything now. Getting everything ready. So most of the rows are prepared. Just got to get them completely ready. Don't know what I did with the tool for that. So I found what I was looking for. I was actually looking for this. It's a carving blade. And then this is the tool to change out the blades. So let's see. See if I can change this out. You got Blue over there. I wonder what he doing. Hey, boy. What you doing, Blue? You in the sun. So let's see. Try to change this blade out. This is a 60 grit. It's like a sanding. It's for sanding and smoothing. I've been using this to smoothing the cutting boards. Let's see. I always forget. So we can use this tool like this. I'm pushing this button to keep the blade from moving. Because if I don't push the button, the blade will just spin. So you got to hold the button to hold it in place. So now that it's in place, just use this tool. Should be able to spin it. Just to loosen it, and then use my hand. Take that off, just like that. So we'll put the blade on the same way. Hold it down. Sit the blade on. And just twist it back. And use the tool. It's kind of harder with this. This is a carving blade, but it's kind of hard to use the tool because these things are in the way. Just kind of got to do it at an angle. Hopefully it's on there good. They over at the Lopez. I looked over there. They was all in the yard and stuff. Now I think about it, I don't even know if they over there. But they've been over there this whole time. I don't know. It's been too hot. They ain't been moving. They ain't came back yet. Look at the chat. Okay, I see Cookie said hi there. She put shophumbleharvest.com. Yeah, that's the website. So let me get this cutting board. Probably gonna come back soon. I don't think they stand over there. But. So this is one board we got an order on. I'm gonna ship this out on Monday when the post office is open. I got to take the bark off of it and smooth it out and then finish it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. It's pretty sunny today, so it's a good day to use the power tools. I try to use the power tools when it's sunny so that we're not using the battery. Let me plug this up. I'm gonna have to. Let me see. I might have to unplug my charger a little bit. Let me see. Now unplug the charger. Try to be quick. Alright, so let's see. Kinda gotta do it from the side angle. Actually, I need to get my camera on this. This will be a cool process. Trying to decide if I want to get the camera. Let me see. So let me set up my camera real quick before I do that. All right. We don't always film because it's a hassle. Sometimes you don't feel like getting a tripod and the camera set up. So sometimes we just don't film things because it's a lot more convenient. You can get things done a lot quicker. It takes a lot longer setting it up and filming and nah. You ain't gonna eat that. Yeah, I doubt he'll eat that. Takes a lot longer. It's a lot more work moving the tripod around. All right, I'm gonna scoot y'all up some. So this is the process of removing the bark and yeah. Let me see. I wonder if I should switch angles. So this is the last one we have of this shape. So we had somebody, I think yesterday, order the last one. So I charge a little more for these ones because they have a cool shape. They were unique. It's really a one-of-a-kind type of board because I'd have to find a tree that grows like this to be able to get this shape. And I'm not sure if I could find another tree. But I had to look for some more trees. and let those boards dry. If I can find a tree that has a different type of shape, these are one of my more favorite ones because I like the shape of it. It's easier to find a round tree and it's easier to find other shapes, but this one's more of a unique one. So I charge more for these ones. I really like these ones. But it requires the tree to grow in a certain shape. For it to do this, it's really two trees that merged into one. So you see it has two different little center points or whatever. And so they both, over time, they merge together. So like this is a smaller tree right here, and that's a bigger tree. And you can see the bark. That spot right there is from the bark in between them. And when the bark just eventually merged into one giant tree. And so it creates unique shapes when they grow differently, the shape of the board is different. So it makes it more unique, makes it interesting, and it gives it a nice handle on the end you can use. But the person that ordered this board, they ordered it with the bark removed. And so they want it smooth, and so we're gonna make it real smooth and put a nice oil finish on it. Actually, I think we got some more oil in the mail today too, so it's good timing. Trying to figure out how to Alright, so let me see if I can get around the tripod. Try to do it from this angle. I'm trying to figure out the best angle. Have the tripod in the way. But I'm trying to do a time lapse on my camera over here, so I'm trying to get the time lapse going. So I think that'll work. I'm gonna do it on the edge. So let's see. I'll do it right here. Got to plug this up. So I got to disconnect my charger, so hopefully my phone doesn't die. It's on 21%. I'm try to hurry. So this is the process. To get my goggles. Might have to do it from the other side. Let's get this back. So you can see it carves it pretty well. Gets the bark off of it. So I use that as just a rough carving, and I use the other sanders to sand it down and get it smooth. So you can see the difference now. It's even getting a little bit lighter. So just scraping the bark off the sides, and then I'm gonna smoothen it with the sander. So I almost got all the bark removed. I'm just gonna smooth it and rounding it. Alright, so I got it. Let me plug my charger back up. This is the board now. I still got to sand it down. Hang on. dust all over me. So I got the board done with that. I just gotta sand it. So I don't know if I should do that right now. My phone is gonna die. I need another extension cord to plug this up to. So let me take that. Show y'all Nay back over here doing laundry. What you doing, Nay? Yeah, she over there. Shirt got pissed off. So one thing that's good about it being hot and dry is it dries the clothes pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's see if I can hurry before my phone dies. I don't know if I'll be able to sand it. That's not- See, somebody said just an idea. We use a small mini load compact washer and use a 3000 inverter to power with deep cycle battery. Small mini load compact washer. Yeah, we might need to try one. We thought about it. We might end up getting a better one. Improving our setup. A 14-inch, 1.6 cubic feet portable top load washing machine mini compact washer and dryer. Yeah, we might need to try one. We thought about getting one. Our original washing machine was messed up, so when we brought it over here, it had already leaked, and so we ended up throwing that one away anyway. But we not sure if we'll get a different washer. Take it off, I think.
What's the thing?
Yeah, I don't know if I can plug both. Trying to see if I can plug my phone in. So I don't know why the charger's not working with this cord. I don't know why it ain't working with this one.
You said it's not working?
Yeah, the charger ain't working.
That one is kind of messed up.
The tool is working, but the charger ain't. I don't get why. I don't get why the charger wouldn't. Hang on, guys. Trying to get this charger on here. If not, I'll have to end the live. It's at 12%. I don't know why the plug's not working. I guess it don't work with this cord. I'm trying to put it on this cord. The tool works on it. So let's see, maybe it's the charger they're not working. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. It's acting weird now. Maybe it's the charger. It's annoying. Let me see. So we got some storms, potential storms blowing in next week. Might just be my phone. Yeah, I don't know why it's being annoying now. Alright, let's try this one. But yeah, we may end up ending the live here. I don't know why my phone is not charging, so I'm gonna have to probably plug it up in the house. I don't know if it's overheated in the sun or what, but my phone is on 9%. Let's take it off. Charger ain't working. But yeah, we might try. Somebody was saying they said they use a small mini load compact washer. We were just talking about getting another washing machine.
Yeah.
So we might end up trying to get a small one. If you say it works good, we might try one of the small compact ones because they probably use less power. We'll have to look that up. A 14-inch, 1.6 cubic feet, portable top load washing machine. But either way, we'll have to try it out and see. The good thing about the washing machines, they really don't use as much power as the dryer.
Yeah, we don't need the dryer. It's just the washing machine we need.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all.
Make some more clotheslines and do bigger loads for the washing machine.
I don't know if y'all can hear, but the dryer, we don't really need a dryer as much. The dryer is what pulls in a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
So it might be worth getting a washing machine. We try to not be dependent on like heavy appliances, but some stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
we still have to have.
I don't know. Some days I might not be able to use it, but it would be nice to have.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to check out the mini ones.
Yeah.
It's really just us two, so it's not too much. We do small loads. But I'm in the live. Appreciate everybody for watching, supporting, hitting the like button. Y'all go to the website, shophumbleharvest.com. Got a lot of different stuff. We'll be having different things kind of coming out seasonally, depending on just what we're able to produce. So, yeah, until next time, I gotta charge my phone.